Final Destination. A fitting place, don't you think? For those uninformed, come April 8th, 2024, this game is gone. Well, you can still play, offline, but no more online. That kind of sucks in, well, actually every Wii U and 3DS game. But I'm here today to talk about Super Smash Bros. 4. Or Super Smash Bros. For Wii U or 3DS for those guys that are going to go, well, actually, in the comment section down below. You know who you are. But hey, if it goes down, you can still play it offline, right? Like against a level 9 CPU for whatever reason. And you can still play with your friends. Assuming you have any. And assuming those friends have a Wii U. As someone who has spent a lot of hours... Oh my god, that's a lot of hours. Oh my gosh. Anyway, I think this makes me highly qualified to talk about this game in depth and basically bid it a nice farewell. This game holds a very, very special place in my heart. If you go back to the depths of my YouTube channel, you'll see that it's just filled with uploads directly from my Wii U to my YouTube of just stupid Smash clips. And please, you do not have to go back there and watch those. Those are really bad. Actually, don't. Just don't. Edit that out. Edit it out. Oh my gosh, I thought with these, I'd be just like Alpharad. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about why Super Smash Bros. For Wii U is personally my favorite Super Smash Bros. Game. And it's also my favorite game on Wii U, but there wasn't much to choose from. It was kind of a hard 4 years, but hey, things have gotten better. But before we actually talk about Smash 4, we need to go back to the beginning. Okay, maybe not that far back. But yes, Super Smash Bros. Has been in my life for, well, forever. Oh, look, it's the one when I was 4! Before Smash 4 came out, I'd still boot up Brawl. Which, by the way, that's a good one. Go play it if you haven't. Like, seriously, go play it. Don't listen to the haters. It's really good, actually. And then I believe it was E3 2013 rolled around. And then they decided to show us this. Oh my god, it's still beautiful to this day. Mom? Yeah, see? This is why I told you to go halves with me on a Wii U! What do you mean, grow up? So with this, I was instantly hooked. I wanted to know anything about Smash Brothers. I was following everything on Miiverse, everywhere. I still sometimes go back and look at the old trailers. It's been 10 years? And that's not all they'd show, too. Just throughout the next year and a half, we get so many more trailers on this thing that... it was insane, actually. Mega Man joins the battle for Mega Man people, I guess. I don't know. I really only played Legends at the time, and now I'm a Mega Man fan. I really like the X series, but back then, it didn't mean much to me personally. I was a Legends fan. Let's be real here. We don't really talk much since we're not getting Legends 3 anytime soon, are we? But these trailers were amazing. They were beautiful, even. Just look at this. Holy crap, is this going to be Nintendo Kart? Yeah, Mario Kart 9 win? Just the amount of detail and the work that went into these, my god, I salute you, Nintendo. These are fantastic. But during this time, I had a concern. How am I going to play this game? Oh, what? You expect me to use this, Nintendo? Oh boy, the Wii U gamepad for Smash Brothers. Said no one ever. So here I was, like, what am I going to do? Am I just going to learn to play this thing with Wii Remote and Nunchuck? I had a friend who played Brawl that way. I mean, this isn't really that bad. And I started practicing with this. I literally said, well, I'm going to have to learn how to play this game. It doesn't take GameCube controller. What am I going to do? So I started practicing with Wii Remote and Nunchuck. And then it happened. Oh my god! Throw the Wii Remote out the window! Screw that piece of garbage! That's right, baby! We got the GameCube controller with a GameCube adapter. Man, this looks like crap. I should do this better for the video. Oh my gosh, they did it. This has been the Smash standard since Melee. No one used any other controller. They freaking did it! Oh my gosh, this 20-year-old controller, I will love it until the day I die. This is still my favorite controller, by the way. Oh my gosh, with that controller taken care of, this was going to be the perfect Smash Brothers game. Now, if only they bring Mewtwo back. Who the hell is Greninja? Yeah, apparently a lot of people weren't happy about that. That's why we eventually got Mewtwo as our first DLC character, because, yeah, no one really wanted Greninja. I am so sorry, you Naruto weeb. And then we got our next character trailer, Palutena. And this made me just want a Super Smash Brothers anime. Because of this trailer, I wanted a Super Smash Brothers anime way more than I wanted Palutena in Smash. Now, don't get me wrong, I like Palutena. I used her quite a bit. But just look at this. This looks like something that we could actually get someday. Could you imagine if we had, like, Link and Mario in an anime? All your Fire Emblem characters, all 20 of them in Smash Brothers? Or even Metroid. Metroid would probably be a really good anime. If they do it well, Metroid would work. Hit me up, Nintendo. I'll play Adam Malkovich. And then they showed us that Captain Falcon's abs and hot chiseled body and Falcon Punch is better than a sword. Yeah, I don't know how he got that good at fighting since he came from a racing game, but hey, good on you, Falcon. You didn't skip leg day or any day, really. Oh my gosh. But this is where everyone's like, Chrom, he's finally coming to Smash Brothers. And then, yeah, they didn't get Chrom. And then a lot of people were like, but we were just going to get an Ike clone if we got Chrom. And then to me, I said, hey, that's the best Fire Emblem character, Robin. Yeah, I really enjoyed using Robin, actually, because their moveset was so original. Every other Fire Emblem character was very similar. Sword fighter, couple different combos. That's it. Robin? Robin's like a Fire Emblem character. He has different weapons. He has his tomes because he's a mage. His weapons are consumable just like in Fire Emblem. But this is what the Fire Emblem characters really need in Smash Brothers. We need different classes and just different weapons, and then just the weapons breaking. I think if they did this in future Smash Brothers game for Fire Emblem characters, this could be really cool. And then we had my personal favorite trailer.
I'm really feeling it.
Who the heck is that guy? Like, who the heck is Shulk? Other people were asking this in some other trailers, like, who's Robin? Who's Lucina? But I'm sitting here like, who the heck is Shulk? But this is where the magic of Super Smash Bros. Comes into. I didn't know who this guy was, but just this one trailer, I was curious. I was asking questions. Who's Shulk? What is this world? Why is there a giant freaking robot here? What's with the futuristic sword? So my curiosity ended up getting the better of me, and I had to go to the one place I could get this game. That's right, GameStop. So I went to GameStop, and what did I find? Why is it $90? That's right, in North America, the only place you could get Xenoblade Chronicles was at GameStop. And GameStop saw this and said, well, man, we can make some money. So that's what they did. And me being the consumer I am, yeah, I bought it. So why did I buy this? Well, for one, here I was, a Wii U owner, didn't have a 360, didn't have a PS3, and I don't even know if the PS4 was out at the time. I'd have to Google that. I don't know. Am I going to put it on the back there? Put it on the back there or something. I don't know. So I still had a ways for Smash 4 to come out, and I needed something to play. And everyone was saying Xenoblade Chronicles was a fantastic game. So there's little 19, 20-year-old Overload. He just got done at GameStop, came home, popped it in his Wii U. And then what happened after that? Okay, so I was going to do this cool scene where I held all my collector's edition of Xenoblade up, but I kind of can't do that while holding the microphone, so yeah, you're just going to have to take my word that this is Xenoblade 1, 2, 3, and X, and all in collector's edition. So I've played through and beaten the original Xenoblade Chronicles probably at least 6 times now, or even more, probably more like 10, I don't know. After that, it became my favorite game of all time. That's a video for another day. If you'd really like to see that one, let me know down in the comments down below. Tell me, hey Overload, I want to see you talk about Xenoblade after you're done with Smash Brothers, because I really want to talk about Xenoblade. I like it a lot. You should play it. Also, as a professional YouTuber, I am legally required to tell you to like the video, comment, share, and subscribe. Please don't Google that. But I am legally required to tell you that, just so you know. Just don't Google that. So, a few more character trailers came out that I didn't really care about that much. Some new details came out, and then it finally happened. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U came out! And then how did I feel about that? Well, it was everything I wanted in a Smash Bros. Game. This game had everything! Except Ice Climbers. But it still had everything! So where do we begin? The menu. I don't see what the problem is. I don't know how many people I've heard say, this is a bad menu. What's wrong with it? No, seriously, I don't understand what's wrong with this menu. It looks completely fine to me. I'd never had an issue with it one bit in my life. What is so wrong with this menu? So anyway, we have the main Smash Online, Smash Tour, Games and More, and Challenges. What, you think I'm actually going to talk about the 3DS submenu here just so you can use it as a controller? That's not a setting. I couldn't tell you how much I enjoyed online mode. Let's go. Yeah, as I'm recording this, it's actually still active, so we have With Friends, With Anyone, Conquest, and Spectate. Conquest would be like little challenges back in the day. Only Fire Emblem characters, who's the best? And the more you use the character, the more you add to that team. And you could join that team to try to get bonus points. I don't remember. I think it was coins maybe. I don't know. I didn't touch Conquest that much. Spectate? Well, that's for gamblers who buy loot boxes. And I'm not an idiot. So then you had With Friends. Yeah, no, that mode hardly ever got played. So then we had With Anyone. So then we had two options, for fun or for glory. I didn't play this game for fun, I played it for glory! We're greeted by 3 modes here. Smash mode was just 2 minute, kill each other, and whatever, who cares, all Final Destination. So then we had Team Smash, so if you had friends, which I would sometimes get my friends together and we'd actually play together because they didn't have Wii U's, let's be honest. So that was fine, but I don't really have any footage to show of that. So that's why we're going to my favorite, one-on-one. Okay, this is really off script, but as I'm doing this person's name is Riona Babe, and her name is Smash Me. Look, this is where I spent 99% of my time in Super Smash Bros. 4. And I'm gonna say, it was a damn good time. And quite frankly, I like this better than Smash Ultimates. Why? Because you could stay with the same person and change your character. That's huge! Oh, someone's screwing you over with DK? Well, just switch to Kirby, who has a better jump, send them down to the Shadow Realm, and they can't recover! Not only that, you had a built-in chat system, sorta. You could change your name to say all sorts of things. "20-year-old Overload was a bitch." This was my favorite way to play Smash 4. You weren't always changing stages, you were always on Final Destination, you always had 2 stocks, everyone knew what was going on. Except for these weird stages that weren't Final Destination, and they said they were Final Destination. The Omega thing was really messed up, it wasn't right. Hey, they fixed it in Ultimate though, so I guess that has that over Smash 4. But regardless, I'm going to miss this mode. This was by far my favorite part of the game, and just the fact that it's gone does hurt a little bit. Like, there would be so many cool things that you could just do in this game, and granted, you can do them in Ultimate, but it's just not the same to me. To me, Smash 4 had the perfect balance. Oh, was Melee too fast for you? Well, let's make Brawl! I tripped. Yeah, a lot of people said Melee was just too competitive. It was too fast, and it was just too hard to get into. And so then they made Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I tripped again! Yeah, Brawl was kinda not competitive. You just have random stuff like tripping, and no one really seemed to like it that much. Now granted, story mode was peak Smash Bros., which they still have not replicated to this day. But I can see why the competitive scene kinda steered away from Super Smash Bros. Brawl. But this is perfection! It's not as fast as Melee, granted, and Melee will always be that like high tier competitive game. But this is better than Brawl. It's just a little bit faster than Brawl, and this is the perfect balance. It's not slow and sluggish, and there's no tripping. But at the same time, you're not that high skill ceiling. It lets the casuals in, and it gives the hardcore players something to do as well. And then when you get really good, you can bully people. Shieldbreaker breaks shields. Yeah, it was always hit or miss, the people you follow online. Some of them could be really good and just completely destroy you. This guy I fought the other day named Wesker, who's just playing Sonic, he kicked my ass. But my gosh, was his skill just peak. Every time he beat me, it's just, good job, Wesker. Wherever you are now, I hope you're enjoying Smash Ultimate or whatever game you play now. But then you got some people that just aren't really good. Hey, but that's okay, though, because that gives you a legal right, well, to bully them. I couldn't tell you how many times I just enjoyed playing this game just to mess with people. I love just taking Lucina and just using the shield breaker because people don't realize the attack named shield breaker gets this. It breaks a shield. Or just playing as Kirby and just, oh, here we go. We're going to the abyss. I always love just getting near the edge, sucking them, jumping off. It's so fun. And then when they call you basically every word that I can't say on YouTube or I'll get demonetized, and the name system, as we'll call it, it just is so much fun. Or just spamming the ever-loving crap out of someone with Toon Link. Just peak. And that's the glory with Super Smash Bros. Yes, anyone can just pick up and play. My wife could just pick up and play. The neighbor down the road could pick up and play. You know, I don't even know who that is. But then you see that really high skill ceiling and what people can really do with this game. It's just incredible, really. I mean, if you just sit on the title screen long enough, or you just go into the video menu, you get a tutorial on how to play the game. And it's so simple, but yet there's so much like depth to it. It's incredible. Smash Brothers has always been a celebration of gaming. I think it's more of a celebration of gaming before it's an actual fighting game. It's still a really good fighting game. But there's just so many characters from so many different series and just so much representation from different games. And it's not all just Nintendo. I mean, look at the third-party support. We eventually got Cloud. Yeah, DLC characters were a thing. This is a first for Super Smash Bros. And our first one was Mewtwo. Well, they finally got Mewtwo. Yeah, I really didn't care if Mewtwo came back or not. I thought he was a fine character in Melee, but I didn't think he was really that necessary. I liked how we were doing this thing of getting a new Pokemon for the new generation, but hey, people got Mewtwo back. Then after that, we ended up getting Lucas, a returner from Brawl. I like him. I like him way better than Ness. I was actually upset when Lucas was gone, so hey, I'll take Lucas back anytime. And after that, we got Roy. And I think even the announcer was happy that we got Roy over the, like, Koopaline Roy. Roy! Yeah, he was happy to get that Roy. But then that laid a problem. We were just getting characters that have been in previous games, and we had to pay money for them. But then we got it. The first original DLC character for Super Smash Bros. WiiU. But then we got Cloud. And as a huge Final Fantasy fan myself, I was wondering where Terra was. Or Zidane, but okay, let's be real here. If it's going to be Final Fantasy, it's going to be Cloud. Cloud is the most prominent, the most popular. Everyone knows who Cloud Strife is. Don't worry, one day we'll get you in there, Zidane. Don't you worry. And then after that, we got Smash. It's more Fire Emblem. Yeah, at this point, this is where people were starting to get upset with, oh, more Fire Emblem characters. And I could kind of agree. At least Corrin played differently than Roy, Marth, Lucina, and Ike. But it wasn't quite like Robin, which I really enjoyed. But at the same time, he was unique. To an extent, he had a projectile. But then we got, quote unquote, the winner of the Smash ballot, Bayonetta. Which, as we'd find out in Smash Ultimate, Sora actually won the ballot, but they had to, cooperate with the mouse to get that one. But hey, Bayonetta's the one that they could work out, and people like Bayonetta, especially since she could KO you from 0%. Yeah, they screwed that one up on release. I'll never forget those days. And with new characters, we got new stages. Not only do we have all these stages, which my gosh, we have a lot of stages. and I'm just so glad we have a lot of these. We also got some new DLC stages to go with some of these characters, which actually pretty good. My gosh, that's actually a lot of stages. Which, granted, I know Smash Ultimate will eventually trump that, but there was something magical about Smash 4. I don't know if it's nostalgia, because I just kind of got into adulthood at that point, but to me, these stages, they're special. And on top of all that, look at all the music! Oh my gosh! Every stage has like 20 songs! And you can customize it too? Ah! Yeah, this is awesome. Yes, you could customize it back in Brawl. But still, this, with all this music selection, this is incredible. And just like all the music and stages, there was a lot of trophies and collectibles. Just look at the challenges you could do for this game. My gosh, just look at the stats. You know, I'm a little bit of a nerd for stats, not a huge one. But at the same time, I can appreciate this. It's all Shulk. Yeah, seeing their most played characters is pretty cool, actually. And what's really cool is you can see that, well, I've pretty much played as everyone, at least once or twice. Oh my gosh, I'm a fraud! Yeah, I kind of neglected the me characters. But with so many modes, so many songs, such good combat, this was truly my favorite Wii U game. Like, nothing came close back in the day. And I hate to see this go. Now granted, yes, I can still fire up the Wii U anytime and play Smash Tour. I can play Crazy Orders, I can play Master Orders, I can play Classic, All-Star, or just get a couple of friends together. But the online just being gone it's truly sad. Maybe we'll have custom servers like we do for Mario Kart Wii, which, granted, you should check those out, those are pretty cool. But they just won't be the same. Every time I get on Mario Kart Wii, I'm granted to a lobby with 7 Funky Kongs and a Flame Runner, or Daisy on a Mach Bike. I just don't see people playing it casually anymore, just for fun. And that's what's going to happen with this game. When these servers go down, it's not going to be fun anymore. It's going to be, I gotta min-max, I gotta play as the top tier character. Ugh, you're not playing as top tier? Ew, why are you picking Kirby? And just being able to casually hop on, none of the casuals are going to set up their Wii U, hack it, homebrewed, or whatever, just to play on a custom server. And that's sad, and I hate to see that. You know what they say, all good things have to come to an end. And unfortunately, the end is here for Super Smash Bros. 4. But hey, this video is not to be upset, it's not to be negative. This is to remember the good times with Super Smash Bros. 4. If you played this back in the day, think back to that time before Ultimate. And think back to the times even before that, before Brawl, before Melee even. Just think about what kind of legacy this series has left on you. Anyway, this has been Overload. Thank you for watching. And again, I am legally required to tell you to hit that subscribe button, like, and share. See, Mom, I told you getting Super Smash Bros. For Wii U was a great investment. What do you mean, get a job?